doing well. So I recently uploaded a video about the AI audience in Will Smith's tour at the moment, and I got quite a lot of views and comments regarding that. So obviously it's quite a hot talking point at the moment. Now, with my channel and with my content, having people comment and leave their opinions is vitally important for this channel to grow. Without your comments, I would just be here talking to myself. So I thought it'd be good to maybe just have a little look at some of the things that you've been saying, and we'll kind of go through and have a little look. I think the overwhelming majority of you were commenting on the fact that it certainly was AI, and you weren't too impressed as well by it being very poor AI, and just the fact that Will Smith was, I suppose, resorting to doing this. Some of you felt like perhaps maybe it was real people, but some kind of AI upscaling had been used in the images, and it caused all of these weird things. But anyway, let's have a little look. So 1112 said, is this Will Smith's midlife crisis happening in real time? Obviously, Will Smith, since the Slapgate, let's call it Slapgate, maybe has found his career has started to wane a little bit, and perhaps maybe he's having a little bit of a crisis. I don't know. I'm not sure, because it's probably not him that makes these decisions. It's probably his team. So then we've got me made simple. Maybe the crowd was still and were not enjoying the music that much, but Will and his team decided to animate them, so it appears they loved it. I mean, if that's the case, that's such an odd thing to do, isn't it? And very sterile and artificial. And I think that's not great when you're trying to promote a live tour. So yeah. Now this was interesting from Vincent C. He says it's AI. He was there, and it was barely any audience. To which I replied, interesting, as someone else said the same, because there was a couple of people that said they went and there was hardly anyone there. So I mean, I can't confirm or deny, but if you did go, please let me know in the comments. Then we've got someone here who's talking about, they've got a little bit of knowledge of things. So they shoot concerts for a living. IMAG camera operator, no way that's real. Sometimes we get directed to close in on a tight shot of crowd to make it look fuller than it is. In this case, though, looks like maybe they couldn't even do that, so filled in post with AI. Sad. So that's interesting. Thank you for that comment. It's good to get some feedback from people who work in the industry and do these kinds of things. And yes, granted, I can imagine that there are things you can do to make a crowd look fuller, I suppose, but it looks like something went very, very wrong here. So again, Al Storm, loser, my friend was there and said it was mostly empty. That's why he used AI. He was embarrassed. Possibly. I mean, I guess if you did have a poor turnout, it perhaps would be a little bit embarrassing. Some people were just commenting on some of the things that they saw, how like at 1 minute 30, top left above the sign, the hand has 3 fingers, and that's Zed Reddington there. A few people sort of saying that, if you can't tell that it's AI, then we have a problem. That dude's expression looks like clay, and the front of the poster is just too clean. Sudden font style change is too clean also. So people are starting to wise up, I think, and pick up on a lot of this stuff now. And unfortunately with AI, it's become too easy now just to kind of use AI and assume that everyone's okay with it. But I think actually it's not a good idea. And as Hulk Hogan, great username, says, I hate AI in anything creative related, which is very, very true. I think it's the creative subjects that are going to be hit the hardest when it comes to AI. So yeah, it's definitely something to worry about. Now, PS5 and Stuffmate says you can see mobile footage of the event, sold out events. So a little bit of a different story there to what we've had from some of the other comments. Although Chris Rose says, I can't find mobile footage anywhere. So if anyone is aware of any mobile footage, I think that's probably the easiest way to see what the real situation was like, really. Barnesy Media says this is a type of artifacting that happens when you use AI to up-res your video. It's likely the video was just blown up. Quite possible. Maybe something went a little bit wrong with that. This person doesn't quite even know what upscaled footage with AI means, to be honest, and I don't even know why you would need to do that. So it's very, very odd. So what have we got here? It's upscaled. The crowd was real. They shouldn't have done that. Just use regular footage. So this is the thing, isn't it? Now it's hard to know what's real and what isn't anymore. And this is the issue that I've had with AI for a while, and how I think it's going to get worse. That we start to not understand really what's real anymore. Yeah, Porkchop Wilson. This is a good point. It's silly, but what happens when AI generated images of crowds become good enough to be indistinguishable from reality? People fall from disinformation all the time. Imagine then, are we going to accept anything as real, or will we question everything, even the real stuff? I think that's a very, very good point. Probably one of the best comments, I would say. So thanks a lot for that. It's clearly AI, How the Mighty Fall. And thank you, Holly. Appreciate the video. I saw an article and didn't want to read it, to be honest. So you post a quick video, which is great. So yeah, that's some of your comments. I think you were all kind of in agreement to a certain degree that there's AI used here, whether it's actually AI generated audiences or whether it's real people that have been kind of upscaled using AI, and it's led to this artifacting and these issues. But clearly the bottom line is, don't do it. It demeans the effectiveness of your product, really. You know, if you just slap AI on and assume that everyone's okay with it, it cheapens your product, and it just makes you look less credible. And I think Will Smith is probably learning the hard way that this didn't work. Anyway, I hope that was useful just to hear some of your comments. Thank you to everyone who did comment, and if you subscribed, I really appreciate it as well. And I look forward to speaking to you more in the future with some more music related content. Anyway, take care.